Hello, family. Thank you for coming over to the house tonight. And just kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the SK beat. We're kicking. Just kicking. Just kicking. Okay, you don't come to another episode where we're going to be asking the question of, why you telling my business? Don't be telling my business. Why not? Because a can and a can, a can, and a wheel. Now we're off to... Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the house. Deb Chanel's 48's house. That's where you're at. That's where we're congregating. That's where we're here for. To talk shit. Okay? Make our own opinions. And then we move on. Okay? We go back home to our own houses. But I have summoned y'all over here. And as you know, everything that's over here that's talked about is it's alleged. Let's put it that way. We don't know for it to be a fact or truth. If it is, that's a bill exclusive for me. And I have the rights and the receipts to put them out for y'all. But anyway, we get this story from EmilyCottontop.com. She wrote up an article about KenyaMoore's pending divorce, along with Marc daily asking for the world, the moon, the stars. Okay. And she possibly giving them to him. That's my other channel. Go and subscribe to that, please. This is the channel we're on now. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Okay, and if you find yourself unsubscribed and you know you didn't do it, subscribe back, please. Please help me get to 10,000, okay? Well, 7,000 is my goal, but 10,000 would be truly outstanding. But however y'all can help me, thank you for your continued support. Now, we got the lovely KenyaSummerMoore over here using this old and tied and through excuse to get rid of Marc and put him in the dust so she could walk into her sunrise. Okay? But from what I'm hearing from this particular article, KenyaMoore is holding up the process. But KenyaMoore told us on season 15, the season we're on with Real Housewives of Atlanta now, that Marc is the one holding things up. He's being difficult. But what I'm hearing and seeing in this article, you're the problem, KenyaMoore. You are the problem. And girl, don't have us trying to support you and you going behind our backs doing and saying shit that ain't right. Okay? You said you wanted out the divorce. You said he wasn't going to do right by you. Sign, seal, and deliver. Please sign those papers. Only because you set yourself up for failure with this marriage anyway. Anyhow. Because he was controlling from the get-go. And we were telling you that. You didn't listen. You did not listen. I know he's a cute little something, and I know y'all take good pictures together, and y'all produced a beautiful baby girl. But where was the smartness? Where was the smartness? Okay? You decided to enter in a contractual agreement, because marriage is a contractual agreement, even though some of me feel like it's just a manufactured type situation that you're in with Marc. But, you know, it's always 5% that you're telling the truth about that marriage. Okay, but we're not here for that. We don't care how it got started. We don't care how it really got messed up to where it brought you to this point of trying to get a divorce. Or are you really trying to get a divorce, Kenya? Because we do have some celebrities out there like Angela Jolie and Brad Pitt. I think they've been fussing and discussing and not getting nowhere since 2016, I believe. And that's some bullshit because the kids are almost grown up. Well, 4 of them are already grown. Okay? And I think you got the 2 that's left. I think you got 6 children. I'm not sure, but I'm going to do a video on it anyway. But I know divorces can be drawn out depending on how much assets you have within the marriage. But he came in with nothing, but he's leaving with a whole hell of a lot. You led us to believe he was this wonderful, beautiful guy. You just fell in love with him, just caught you to the wind. You went and got married, didn't tell nobody. Bravo was on your ass. They excommunicated you for 1 year as punishment, and then you wanted to come back. You were knocking on that employment opportunity door, and you said, "Take me back, please take me back." So you were banished for 1 year, and then they brought you behind back, and you've been on it since, because you know that Bravo check goes a long way. All right, that's why Cynthia's trying to get back on. That's why Nene tried to get back on sometime back when, where, okay? We ain't gonna even talk about that situation, because we know she ain't coming back to Bravo. I don't think you can sue a company or organization and think you're gonna be working for them again. No, that ship has sailed. Nene just get a YouTube channel. Everybody else getting a YouTube channel. They would love to hear what she's doing, who she messing with, and what project she's working on. You see what I'm saying? But she don't hear me. She don't hear me. I mean, if Candy making money and just adding on to the branches of money on her tree, Nene should what do you call it? Get involved with it as well. Because I think we're both 55 years old. And if I'm doing it, and a lot of older people that's older than me doing it, we know Nene can damn do it. Okay, she probably can hit 1 million before Candy. Because people just like Nene, just like Nene. And I like the Nene because she found herself hooked up with Shaba Man. I like, Nene done lost her damn mind. She done lost her mind. And I can't help her. I can't help her. I'm throwing up smoke signals, uh, putting the flare torches in the air, going around where she lived, waving flags, saying, Nene don't marry him. Nene don't marry him. All of this is fictitious. It's in my mind. Don't believe anything that I'm pretty much saying. Okay, because I don't really follow them like that, even though they're here in Atlanta and they can be sought out and seen if you go in the areas where they stay. Okay, but I'm not that excited to see someone. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I see them, 9 times out of 10, I would ask them for an autograph, and I would probably ask them for a picture. But it depends on how I'm looking at the time. I probably don't want a picture. I probably want an autograph. But again, that's neither here nor there. Miss KenyaMoore is sitting up there holding up the process of getting divorced. Okay, I don't care what Marc is asking for. Hell, you didn't get a prenup to secure you away from all these allegations that he's made against you and what he feels he needs to get from you. Okay, you knew what kind of man he was. He was a leech. But you tried to play a storyline with him, and you see how it just got thrown up in your face again. But there ain't no sense of you using a storyline uh, in the Real Housewives of Atlanta talking about this divorce because it's tied through and we want you to move on. We don't care to know about Marc. We have really forgotten about him to a certain degree. All right? But you're saying you want to meet people, you want to do things. How you going to do all that and you still trying to not sign them papers? But if you don't believe me, let's get into this article. I already told you it was EmilyCottonTop.com. Okay, she is saying the former couple shares a precious daughter named Brooklyn who seems to be caught in the crossfire of their contentious split. Okay? But where we at? Where we at? Marc apparently claims that on May 11, 2023, he and KenyaMoore reached a partial settlement agreement and permanent parenting plan after a grueling 7.5-hour mediation session. Marc further revealed that the mediator sent the tantalizing partial statement, agreement, and permanent parenting plan to both parties and Kenya's lawyer. He even boasts that he promptly signed the documents on May 17th, with the mediator following suit on May 19th. All right then, on my birthday, okay? However, May 17th, not the 19th. However, Kenya has not signed the settlement papers. Marc accuses her of trying to prolong the divorce proceedings, adding another layer to their already complex divorce. To add fuel to the fire, Marc wants KenyaMoore to pay his attorney fees for forcing him to bring this motion to the court's attention. In a prior revelation, the estranged lovebirds agreed on one thing: Kenya would have permanently custody of Brooklyn, while Marc would have visitation rights. However, Marc's audacious request for a piece of Kenya's Georgia home has been met with fierce opposition from his ex. Furthermore, before Kenya filed for divorce, Marc tried to block their daughter from making appearances on the Real Housewives of Atlanta without his approval. Kenya argued that her contract mandates her to share every aspect of her life, including her precious child. Well, see, Kenya, that's what we're trying to figure out. Why we ain't privy to hear your divorce proceedings, since you want to say the Real Housewives of Atlanta contractual uh, that you entered in with them. So you're supposed to show every aspect of your life. But yet, we don't have anything on that divorce. We don't see what is being said in that divorce. So you're not really showing what you really are doing in your reality, your life, because we should be privy to that information. Not maybe some specifics like a dollar amount, but we could be trying to figure out what the hell he trying to get from you and why you ain't giving it to him if it's something you can make back up in a year or two, a year's time or 2 or 3, okay? If he won't have that house, hell, give it to him, okay? Give him the funds to get away from you and to never be seen again. Okay, don't block his blessings because a man might be around the corner that the Lord sent you. You never know why you holding on to something trifling, tired and through of a man. Because he ain't a man if he's sitting up here wanting you to pay his attorney fees. Then he want half of your house that he really never lived in from the get-go. Because every time you took us to see him in New York, we was looking at a motel. He was coming and visiting you in. So, I mean, what kind of mess is this? Okay, is this a made-up storyline? Is this man only just donated his sperm and he's supposed to play a pivotal part in your life as your husband per se? King, we never saw that birth certificate. I mean, not birth certificate. We never saw that marriage license either. We never produced one that was credible. All right, but we just tired. We just tired of it, Kenya. We just tired of looking at Mark, hearing about Mark, and you making Mark a storyline. We just tired. Now we got concrete evidence here that this person did their research and they put this article out on you that you're the one holding up the divorce. Now we need you to stop. Stop playing games, okay? You knew what you had married. You knew what you didn't do to protect yourself. Now we in this situation, okay? We're in this situation where to have him gone, you need to sign the papers and agree to um, whatever thing he's asking for. So you can be clear to move on into the sunset of this past relationship with Mark so a new one can start fresh. You see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because Mark ain't going nowhere. He wants the money that you owe him, he's claiming. Because you had us believe that he was this fine entrepreneur. He had 2 restaurants in New York, or 1 restaurant in New York, and then you want him to get something here. But he wasn't thinking about that. He was just playing a part, Kenya. So evidently his restaurant is not doing as well as you had portrayed that it should be doing. Because again, a man that got his own don't need nobody else, okay? And don't need anybody else's trouble either. But I understand, Kenya. I don't know why you holding on to him, because I'm like, I can see if he liked it, you loved you, involved with you. I can see that aspect, because then you could be like, okay, we're married, but I mean we're divorced, but we're co-parenting. You see what I'm saying? And then you give us that extra added footage of you and Mark, what do you call it, co-parenting, and he coming up picking up Brooklyn from when you come into New York. He's spending time at the park or some playground or some, they call it interactive type center, where he goes in and they just have a good old time on whatever is presented for them to play on. You see what I'm saying? But we don't see none of that, because what you got us looking at, he living out a suitcase, okay? Or he has brought himself over there and is playing with her, in the motel. I mean, the hotel that y'all are staying in when she's up there in New York. But this is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You could do the same thing that you're doing with him, but y'all can be divorced. Do you understand that, Kenya? Do you understand? Do I need to write it on the highest wall building? Let the blimp come and drop it on top of you when you're looking up in the sky? Okay. If we don't want this story, and we definitely didn't want that made up story that you were trying to give us, that you were dating. That's his name, Roy or whatever. Somebody Manyotta Shaw had hooked you up with. That man ain't trying to play no part. He'll do free advertisement with Bravo. Yes, put his two restaurants here, or I mean, it's just that what is it, Kale or Us or something like that. It's some kind of uh healthy alternative food restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Has the smoothies and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, I think he just had one here, and then he has one called Aziz in Costa Rica. I think that's where y'all went vacationing, and y'all went to his spot, his restaurant down there. And I don't know if he just put the tab for all of y'all, or y'all basically paid for something. Or then again, like I said, he could have just picked up the tab because y'all Bravo is giving him free advertisement of his business, so that helps a lot as well. But Kenya, we want you to stop this mess. Go on and cycle. I don't want to hear no story about no Mark. I don't want to see no tears. I don't want to see anything because Brooklyn got you and she got other people in her life. And she's going to have to just deal with her daddy when she gets grown. Okay, maybe, or maybe in high school. But she started to develop and try to become the woman that she want to become. Like when she turns 16, 17, 18. You know what I'm saying? Get a glimpse of what she want to have in her life, in the future. And honey, she gonna probably done cuss her daddy out, but I don't know, honey. I don't know. But I ain't got no more of this video, and I'll see you on the next one.